Brought to you by Miller Lite. Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Well, so much for the notion that John Rocker's return would mean commotion and consternation on a nightly basis, that every visit to a new city would be like the Jerry Springer Show meets Freaks and Geeks, with Rocker the target of jeers, if not batteries. No, the Braves were as good as ever, maybe better. They've won 15 in a row. That's the best the NL has seen in some 49 years. And manager Bobby Cox does admit his Braves have had more than their share of breaks, like a botched Dodger pickoff last night that helped Atlanta to a 5-3 win. Well, we look at a team that definitely has the edge.
Only in Hollywood could a script come together like this. As the Atlanta Braves visited Los Angeles for Game 2 of their 3-game series, they pulled out their 15th straight win, something that hasn't been done in the National League since the New York Giants rattled off 16 in a row in 1951.
This is probably the best team I've been on, and we've got the strongest bench since I've been here. You know, our starting lineup, 1 through 8, just, you know, I don't think you're not going to find a better one, I think. Everybody here clicks. Everybody gets along. You know, there's not that one guy kind of stirring up anything anymore.
Back on April the 15th, life seemed a little less rosy. The Braves had just lost to the Milwaukee Brewers 6-3, their 4th defeat in 5 games, going 1-4 on the road. Cy Young pitcher John Smoltz was already out for the year, having undergone Tommy John surgery. And with John Rocker in and out of the headlines because of his indiscretions, the bullpen had already blown 3 games.
It's tough to put together a streak like this early in the year because you got a lot of things going on. And still for us, we've had some injuries that we've had to deal with. But, you know, it seems like since we've gotten everybody back, you know, Rocker, Rudy, Brian being back, since we've gotten our full roster back, not coincidentally, that's when this whole thing has really taken off.
And on the night before Rocker's much-anticipated return, the winning streak began. Game 2, Rocker returns, but the story of this contest was Brian Hunter, leading off the 12th with a game-winning home run. Game 4, Andres Galarraga continuing his remarkable comeback, belting 2 mammoth home runs to pace the Braves past the Phillies 6-4. Number 8, Tom Glavine outduels Kevin Brown 1-0 and pitches a 3-hitter for his 19th career shutout. How about number 10? The Braves complete their first 9-0 homestand. The surprise story, pitcher Terry Mulholland picking up his 3rd victory during this streak. Number 12, the Braves go to extra innings with the Padres. Andrew Jones with a 3-run homer in the 12th is the capper. Number 13, Glavine goes 5-0 in April for the first time in his career. Number 14, Rocker gets mooned, and the Braves break the modern-day team record for consecutive wins. And then last night, with the great one on hand, they claimed their 15th straight.
I can't explain it. I mean, there's been a handful of games during the streak that we probably should have lost, and, you know, we've just gotten little things to go our way.
You have to run into a wall somewhere. Hopefully it won't be for a while, but, you know, we're going to lose again, that's for sure.
Well, they haven't lost for a while. Here's the list of the longest winning streak since 1950. The 53 Yanks on top with 18 straight. All these clubs made the postseason with the 91 Twins and 53 Yanks winning the World Series. If you're just wondering, the Major League record for most consecutive wins, that's 26, set by the Giants in 1916. Trey?
And joining us now live on SportsCenter is the manager of the Atlanta Braves, Bobby Cox. And, Bobby, I can't imagine with the troubles you guys thought you might have coming out of spring training with Rocker and Galarraga returning from cancer that you thought you'd win 15 straight, the best record or the best streak in 50 years in the National League.
Well, you know, winning 15 in a row is hard to do. And really, you take them one game at a time, then it doesn't become such a big deal, I suppose. But we did get a lot of guys well from last year. You know, Lopez has been catching most of the games for us. And, of course, you know about Galarraga. He's carried us for a big part of this streak. There's no doubt about that. And we finally got our bullpen healthy out there with the return of Rocker. And, of course, Rudy Sinez. We missed him a lot at the end last year when he was disabled. And we got him back, and he's a major part of it. But the big part of the bullpen really is Mike Rimlinger. He is... Last year he was outstanding, this year as well. So we've had a lot of things going our way. There's no doubt about that. But we've played good baseball. We've had great starting pitching and a lot of timely hitting, and our bullpen has held.
People do forget about the number of injuries you guys suffered through last season and still made it to the World Series. So far this year, what do you think has been the biggest surprise for you on the pleasant side? Has it been the way John Rocker has responded since he came back, or Andres Galarraga, or even the play of Rafael Furcal at second base?
No, the biggest surprise, is no doubt in my mind, is Andres. We had no idea he was going to come to camp and be the way he is right now. We were thinking more of it would take a longer period of time, but he showed up the very first day ready to go, and he looked as if he had never had a medical problem at all, and he carried that right through. And you know, he looks like he's an all-star caliber player right now. But he is the biggest surprise. There's no doubt, and I think a lot of that has to do with well, you know, modern miracle of medicine. But the heart in this guy is huge.
Well, Bobby, we're being redundant when you say you're off to another great season in Atlanta. Maybe we'll talk after you reach 26 straight. Thanks a lot.
We'll try it. Thank you.
Don't put any pressure on him, man. Right after SportsCenter, Scott Gomez, the Devils' leading scorer, leading New Jersey against Toronto. We will have game reports 10 minutes away over on ESPN2.